For business, he doesn't feel powerful killing people. He doesn't think war is sexy because he's not a pussy. So I'm telling you, the default is truck bombs, poison Trump, shoot him if they can, and then separately stage terror attacks against the pre-programming's there. It's black people. They're going to hit black people with massive terror attacks. I mean, we may have hundreds dead at a church, hundreds dead at a college, and they're going to say a Trump supporter did it. Now, that's their next move. Do they got the guts to pull it? I think they do.
Hey, Shalom, it's your brother Yawan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and we're well. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. In the foreseeable future, there's going to be a lot of false flags and things that are orchestrated to stir the pot. And this stirring of the pot is going to forward prophecy. What prophecy? Well, the scriptures talk about within Babylon the Great, there being sedition among men. You know, Egyptian against Egyptian. This was the scene earlier at a protest at the Capitol, them taking down the American flag and uphoisting the Palestinian flag. Okay, this is the rumblings of sedition within a society, which is prophesied to take place within this society, all right, at the latter day. People, and this is the modern day Egypt, Sodom, Egypt, pursuing the Revelation 11 and 8. Okay, now let's go read it, and I'm gonna read it in the GNT. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra's, the 15th chapter and the 14th verse, again in the GNT. All right, it reads, "The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near." And that war is talking about is the war of Armageddon, World War III. So in the midst of World War III happening, there's going to be infighting here in America as well, okay? But that's a lesson for another day. All right, nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations, and all the countries are militarizing right now. Even Japan, which for 60 years they've been demilitarized. 60 years? Yeah, 60 years they've been demilitarized. Now they're militarizing. And best believe they want their get back for Nagasaki and Hiroshima, those nuclear bombs dropped on them. All right? They always talk about restoring their honor in that regard. All right? There will be great political turmoil. Look at the state of Israel right now. That whole Benjamin Netanyahu started that whole thing so that he wouldn't be, rooted up from office. He's a perverse man, okay? Let's continue on here. Yeah, there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. And we see that with the left and the right here, although they're two wings of the same bird, okay? That's being played out before our very eyes. The people within the society are being pitted against each other. Now, in that clip I ran with Alex Jones, who I believe is controlled opposition, and a lot of time, even with controlled opposition, they'll tell you the truth, all right? They'll tell you the truth because Satanists believe in clearing themselves of judgment or reaping what they've sown if they tell the people what they've done. So a lot of times they'll do it within a comical way that makes it seem like, oh, that's far-fetched, or you're a conspiracy theorist, and they'll set up a conspiracy theorist to tell you what they're going to do. But people look at him as though he's crazy, so they don't consider what he's saying. But Alex Jones, he made that statement in the beginning of the video that what? They're going to try to, bomb, shoot Trump, and I believe that was orchestrated as well. But nonetheless, it happened, and nonetheless, it's stirring the spirits of the people here in Babylon. Okay, so that happened, and then after he said that, he said there's going to be massive attacks on black people, okay, who are Israelites. Now, we don't need him to tell us that because prophecy lets us know You know, there's going to be things that happen that spark up the tribes, the southern kingdom, the tribe of Judah. And once Judah gets in the spirit to stand up, all the other tribes will follow suit. In Genesis, the 49th chapter, and the 8th verse, or the 9th verse, I'll actually read it real quick. Let's go get it. Genesis 49:9. Judah is a lion as well from the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stooped down and couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? So what's going to happen to get Jake in the spirit to actually stand up? Okay? You ever seen a lion that's just eaten? You know, you'd be hard pressed to get him to move. Okay? So something high level is going to have to happen to get the docile tribe of Judah, who's so comfortable here, to actually stand up against their oppressors. Okay? Now we know this is all prophecy, but let's go back to 2nd Ezra 15 in the GNT. Okay? Where was I? It says, there will be great political turmoil in one group trying to overpower another to gain control, while ignoring the legitimate government. So yeah, these false flags, when they happen, they're going to pit the people against each other in a way to where, you know, martial law is going to have to be declared. See? There will no longer be free access to the cities. If martial law is declared, that's what will be going on. There will be checkpoints. People can't just come and go as they please. Okay? Because a struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. So it's going to be a purge situation. People are going to be going to survival mode all over the country, worldwide. Okay, but this is what's foreshadowed to come within the world. Now, there are going to be those who are protected during this time. I talked about it in my lesson yesterday, talking about how the men of the Lord's value is going to rise as the society circles the drain. Okay? Now, lo and behold, just I believe it was yesterday, the footage comes out of that Israelite woman being shot in her own home. You know, the 2 officers asking her for her ID. And we always tell Jake, man, the scriptures tell you to agree with thine adversary when thou art in the way with him. You get pulled over, the police run up on you, and they want your ID, they want to do it. You know, just be compliant. You know what I mean? Now, have there been situations where somebody was trying to be compliant and it still didn't work out for them? Yes. But more so than that, man, just they ask for your ID or whatever. Don't go into the whole, oh, you know, I know my rights stink. Don't get in that spirit. Just be compliant, make it home, make it to the next day. Okay? There is going to come a time where, you know, being compliant with this devil is going to be unreasonable, you know, impossible. But right now, it's not that time necessarily. But within that video, they asked for the lady's ID. She went to the kitchen, and when you slow it down, you'll see that she had some boiling water, and she actually threw it at them. And when she threw it at them, they shot her down in their kitchen. So things like this are going to be happening, and on an even bigger scale. So in the midst of, you know, the whole Trump situation, him being shot at, and then you have, you know, this thing going on. There's going to be bigger things, you know, dealing with the so-called Southern Kingdom happening, right? False flags. That's going to cause a great division within this country. And that's what the elites need to come in with their, you know, their new world order to justify, you know, the things that they're trying to forward in earth, to justify that one world government. All right? They need chaos. They need a lack of bread and water to justify coming in. They need the dollar to crash to justify coming in with the Karagma, which is the mark of the beast, which they're going to want everybody to receive to function within society. These things have to happen for them to go forward with their plan, and they also have to happen because it's the Lord's will for it to happen, for prophecy's sake to play out, and for the kingdom of heaven to be established. All right, so, you know, we're in a beautiful time if you're in the know and you're walking in the Lord's way to the best of your ability. Because we're at that threshold before everything really just kind of skyrockets into pandemonium. All right? And in the midst of that pandemonium, again, is where the Lord's going to show his power in those who trust on him. Okay? And it's the beginning foundations of the kingdom of heaven being established, of us being delivered out of this place. So, just a quick lesson. Abba Ratzazah was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.